What up, world? I am making this video as a follow-up to yesterday's video where I showed you guys my budget, but I made the mistake that I am making now, which is I didn't show you guys the screen. So if you guys don't know, let me share with you guys exactly what I showed you guys yesterday real quick. All right, so I was sharing with you guys yesterday my ROI for Craigslist, Facebook, Instagram, and if you listened, you got the picture. But what I did on the Excel screen, which I'll share now, didn't show up on the video. So I just wanted to share with you guys really quick what I did on the Excel, because I was mentioning stuff that didn't make sense in that last video. But I really wanted to share this with you guys. So if you guys didn't see the last video, I basically broke down what I spent on marketing. Physical spend, because I spend a lot of time on social and other marketing platforms, but just number wise what I spent here. And what I did on the Excel formula was, and let me just make sure one more time that I'm actually sharing this with you guys. So we're not okay, so I'm sharing this with you guys. And what I did here was I made a graph so I can show you guys, or I can show myself exactly how much I spent, where I spent it. And so the blue here represents Craigslist, the orange represents Facebook, and the Google AdWords is in the gray. And what I explained yesterday in the video is that I learned something about intent-based marketing, basically, that reminded me that, you know, when somebody, an advertiser, or someone looking for ads or looking for a service or a product on Google AdWords and on Craigslist is different than Facebook, right? It's different than this 29% because they're intent-based, meaning they want, you know, that they want the product, as opposed to Facebook where you're shoving it in their face and they may or may not want it. You can target it, and depending on the product or service, they may absolutely want it. But in my case, generally, they don't. They may want it, but they don't absolutely want it. Unlike when they're on Google and they're typing in business plan writer. So what I decided was in the video yesterday, and this just broke down, you know, my marketing, and I'm gonna actually try to get more in depth with this, but what it made me realize is that I need to focus more of my budget on intent-based marketing. And I'm just adding up another one here so we can do a projection. And what I realized was that, like I said, I needed to focus more on intent-based marketing. So this is the projection here in white. Now we can close this. And what I realized is that I need to do more of intent-based marketing. So next month, what I want to do, and what I was trying to show you guys yesterday, was bring this up to 1,500. And that way now, almost 80% of my budget, 50, 60, 80% of my budget, and maybe I should make this a little bit higher, call this 1,600. So there, and the whole point here is to make my non-intent-based market smaller, right, or budget smaller. So here, before Google AdWords are 17%, what I want to do is make that on the flip side and really just put a little more and see how it works. So I started running more ads yesterday after I put up the video yesterday to try to make the graph more look like this one over here that I'm clicking. But I just wanted to show you that because some of the video yesterday didn't make sense, and I wanted to give you guys that update. So if you guys are wondering what the hell I was talking about when I was talking about these graphs in blue, orange, and gray, this is what I was talking about. I just made a quick, you know, analysis of my projection, and like I said, this equaled, you know, out to 11,000. So that's my ROI. And what I was saying yesterday is I don't like to project my ROI into the future because not everything scales the same way, right? So just because I put double the amount of marketing into here doesn't mean it's going to grow at the same rate. At least that's what I've experienced in the past, right? So I wait to see what it happens and then I adjust accordingly. But I know that there needs to be a pivot, and then 2, gasoline. And you don't want to put the gasoline, meaning more money. You don't want to put more money into a marketing strategy so you absolutely know it works, right? So what I've done is, you know, in addition to these, right, and I guess I can quantify these over here really quick for you guys. I've done Facebook organic, right? Let's call it Facebook O, and then Twitter. I don't do advertising there, but I post there, stumble upon, I get leads there. My referrals, right? My mailings that I do, and whatever other advertising, you know, methods I do. But I can't necessarily, I guess I can quantify some of the stuff. I just haven't. Um, right, the referrals, phone calls. I've outsourced some of this work for 25. I even got a sticker on my car. If you guys are following my Instagram story, right, that cost me $8. If I get one client there, my ROI will be higher. So just measuring these tactics. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see what I'm doing. But just measuring really these tactics to see which ones hold up, you know, which ones are actually giving me an ROI. Because if I spend 2,700 and I make 11,000 over here, and over here I'm planning on spending 4,100, right? I wanted to obviously make more than 11,000. But I think that the biggest pivot here, the biggest thing I learned here is that if I looked at this graph beforehand, I just wasn't intent-based. I wasn't on intent-based marketing. And the more I can get on intent-based marketing, and maybe part of what I do here is add on, you know, more intent-based marketing. So classifieds, call it, spend another 100 there, and then make this part of the graph, right? That way we just, my goal again is really to make this lopsided so the majority of it is intent-based marketing and see what that does. I'm not trying to get rid of the rest of the stuff, just dollar for dollar. I'd like to invest more in intent-based marketing. So that's kind of what I'm up to. Let me know what you guys think. Sorry for the recap video, but like I said yesterday, I put up that video that there was a big section of it that probably didn't make any sense. So this is just part 2. And like I said, comment in the section below. Subscribe if you think it was helpful. Put your comments, questions, your experiences underneath, man. I'd love to learn more about what you guys are doing for your marketing efforts. Hope this was awesome, guys. And like I said, if you don't like the video, dislike it and tell me why. Peace out, guys.